Mm, Hey, what's up? Bowling, how are you? How's it going? I'm still sleepy. I got a long day ahead of me, so I'm still gonna give me some rest. By the time I get off Periscope, I'm gonna make sure I have me some nice rest. They say you shouldn't, hey Keisha, they say you shouldn't lay in the bed too long in the morning. Whatever. If my body felt like I need to lay more, I'ma lay more because first it starts with your brain. What's up, butter? How are you? First it starts with your brain and then it shocks the body. Okay? That's where it all starts. Your brain first. Anytime you trip and fall, your brain told you not to pick up your feet. After good. Oh, you about to go walking. Oh, great. You starting to walk now? I do enough walking at work. Listen, enough walking and standing. I got to continue my hula hooping. I got to do more hula hooping now. So when like I said, your brain everything starts up here first. This controls your body. If this isn't working, if something's going on, there's failure somewhere else. Y'all got to read on the parts of your brain and your tongue. Your tongue is a big part of your body too. So if some things are going on with you, like they have, what is it? Korean, I think it's Korean doctors that practice in natural medicine. And you open up your mouth and they check your tongue out. And they could tell you if something's going on with you by your tongue. You'd be surprised, y'all. You'd be surprised how your body work. I know y'all don't want to hear this morning. Y'all probably want to hear something, what? Y'all want to hear something about a relationship. Anybody want to hear something about? Hey, Brock, how are you? Y'all want to hear something about a relationship or what? Oh, somebody came on here yesterday when I was on Periscope asking for their jacket. Ooh, that's juice, y'all. That's juice. Yes. While I was on Scope, they came over yesterday talking about they want their jackets. I said, that stuff in the trash. Get out of here. I didn't say get out of here because I was talking about something like really important. It was really important what I was talking about. I was talking about black banks. So I did a scope on black banks yesterday and the history of black banks and how folks need to pay attention now to their money. I don't give a shit if you go into a black bank, a white bank, a yellow bank, a green one, a freaking avocado one. I don't give a shit. It don't even matter. All the banks operate the same. And their agenda is that if you don't complete your loan, you asked out. That's the agenda of all banks. That is how they make their money. They make their money off of people not completing their loan. People going in debt. That's what they do. So as many people running and putting their money into a black bank doesn't make sense. To me, I know you think you're supporting somebody. You really do. But that joker don't care about you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? They don't care. It's all a business, y'all. Corporations, this is how they operate. So we have to be smart about it. I remember a guy saying the best place to keep your money is probably in your freaking house somewhere. I remember a guy saying that. Yeah, the bank will give you a loan based on the money that's in it, but you know what? You don't have to tell them where your money is. That's the sad thing about it. We have to learn some things. This is how things play out. It's so crazy. I'm closing my eyes, y'all, because I'm sleepy. I don't know. I think I chose the wrong time to come on here because I'm sleepy. It's like I'm talking and my eyes are heavy at the same time. I have to go into the stadium today, to the football stadium, and I have to work the suites, and I'll be standing for quite a long time. So that's what I'll be doing. Yeah, so at 2 o'clock I need to be there. You know what I mean? That's the call time for us to be at the stadium. And I'm like, good Lord. Lord, Lord, Lord. I got to get busy. Yes, I worked 2 days in a row somewhere else, 2 different places. Because some of these catering companies, they have you on call, but some of them pay nice money. I mean, some of them I wish you would get a tip with it. But a lot of times people don't tip you, you know. And then you just like trying to figure it out. But at the Redskins Stadium, this is their first game of the season. The last games were the preseason games. So it's supposed to be a lot of people there from what I understand. Hey Coco, how are you? It's a lot of people there from what. Yes, the Redskins play tonight. They play at 2. And like I said, it's supposed to be, from what I understand, hey Des, it's supposed to be a lot of people at the game. So I'm trying to get me some money. I'm trying to get my my tips there. Because people be making like $1,000 at those games. Sometimes less, Sometimes, one female said that her aunt's wedding, somebody's paying for her aunt's wedding. Half on her aunt's wedding. Right. Well, depending on, not really just the crowd, depends on the people there, if they tip you well in your suite. Because I do suites. So, like I told you, I say it's a lot of, they have a lot of celebrities that come where I am. A lot of the people that used to play basketball, football, a lot of them come in those suites. So, some of their drinks probably free, but at the end of the night while we cleaning up, the sportscasters and some of the sportscasters are there. We get to see them, warming up out before the game. Because a lot of times, they get out there and they work out before the game start, before they even open the gate. The people are out there, the Redskins are warming up. So serving people is not bad. People look down on certain jobs that people have, but I'm gonna tell y'all right now, some of these people that have serving jobs make more money than somebody that's at a goddamn office desk every day. Don't get it twisted. I used to work in HR. I was making $80,000. I was making about $80,000, right? Now I'm talking about I talked to a lady yesterday. She told me, well, not yesterday, the day before yesterday. She told me she works for the Gaylord. She's a bartender. She said I can make $500 a week. Them tips be big. Y'all better stop looking down on folks. Some people just make it easier for them in their life. You don't want to sit at an establishment all day with people breathing down your neck all day, every day. I know I don't. Exactly. Work is work. Let me tell you something. At the end of the day, them folks don't care about some of y'all. So you busting your ass at an establishment every single day. Hey, what is that? Palmed. You busting your ass every day at an establishment that really don't care about you at the end of the day. I'm not saying all of them don't, but some, they don't care. It's just about, we got to make money, and you help me make money as a partner, but then you go home and you get your money and I got mine. So that's a lot of times how it's broken down. But folks tend to sit back. They work a server job. I was listening to Eric Thomas talk about this lady. He said, the lady was going through some struggles or whatever. So, she ended up taking a server job. She was making $200 a night. Do you know what that can equate to? If she making about $200 a night, and think about it, some of it, if they giving you cash, is not taxed. So that's not even counted for. But you can write it down and say, hey, I got tips. It's recorded. I got these tips. And then you want to buy something. You like, okay, this is about as much tips as I made. Servers can make some money. I'm going to tell y'all. If y'all getting tips and you working at a great restaurant, like a restaurant that is consistently has people there, it's like turnovers. They waiting in line just to be seated. You'd be surprised, especially on the weekend. You'd be surprised how much money you can make. You said you rather tip than buy the service? What you mean buy the service? No, I'm talking about working in the establishment. Are we talking about the same thing? I'm talking about working in the establishment, in a restaurant, in a suite. Because as a waitress. Go ahead. As a waitress, what? I'm saying, like, you can make some good money if the restaurant is promoted properly and the food is good. Food sells itself. You don't really have to promote food that much. Let me tell y'all, word of mouth is the best thing popping. Word of mouth is the best thing popping. Oh, I am Keita J. I am an entertainer. I'm a custom designer, and I am me. Make sure you guys go to my website, my YouTube page, my Snapchat, my Instagram. Check it out. Exists the letter in nature. Paid by an hour. That is controlled. But you know what? Actually being paid by the hour is really better than being paid annually, unless you already have your money accounted, your time accounted for. Because they have to pay you by the hour. So if you work any time over that hour, you getting that money. You getting the money that you work. You getting the overtime. And then if it go a certain amount of hours, you can get time and a half. So it just depends. But by annually, if you're not adding, and I meant to say hourness. Oh, okay. If you're working annually and you're not possibly getting the money, let me tell you, if people say we need you to work certain hours, you going over your 40, you might be going over your 40 hours. Then you making, let's say you working 12-hour days. If you charging them $65,000 for 12-hour days, I be damn 5 days a week. I want more than that if I'm going to be working those hours. I want more. I want more money. So you got to think about what it is that you're doing your time. What is your time worth those days? What can you deal with? Don't be afraid Even if somebody tell you this is the amount you could get, sometimes it's good. You can try to go over. See if they give you more based on your experience. You'd be surprised. But I'm going to go lay down. I'm laying down. I'm about to go to sleep. And then I'm going to wake up. And then I'm going to have to eat. I got to go through all this to get myself together. Oh, my eyes are so tired. Oh, they don't think about a lot of stuff. People don't think about a lot of stuff. They don't think at all. Some of us got to learn how to think. Let's think about things. Let's know what's better for us. Let's know. Let's know. Let's not think. Let's know what's best for us. Hey, Wavy, how are you? Once we find out what's best for us and what we like, we're just like kids. As adults are like kids. Don't get it twisted. Stop having that mindset as I'm good. What's up, Denny? What's going on? Did you see my video on banks yesterday, Denny? You sober now? I did a video on banks yesterday. You got to understand the bank system, the banking system. Black or white is all the same, y'all. Like I said yesterday, the agenda is time is money. So you got to know your worth. You got to know, what are you going to settle for? Sometimes you could take the chump change if you think it's going to benefit you in the end, but look at the benefits. But look at the benefits of it. Look at, where's that chump change? What could possibly that chump change get you? You got to observe. Like they say, observe your surroundings. Observe other people's businesses. When people call me about stuff, I always go. Thank you for inviting. I always go check things out. Let me see if this is legit business. Let me check and see if this business is who they say they are. Anybody can do a website, though. You know that? You can do as much as go to Better Business Bureau and check them out. Sometimes, they have claims. They have info on the Better Business Bureau where you can check out any business and see what they got against them. See how they've been treating their folks. See how it works out, because you got folks that complain. So I'm just saying, like, this is crazy. Like, everything, you have to observe everything. You definitely have to observe everything. So just pay attention to what's going on. Make sure you know your worth. Make sure you're not just doing stuff just to be doing it all the time. And even if you do it, don't keep doing it. Don't keep setting yourself up to do the same thing over and over again. And especially when you know you don't like it. Then we need more women I'm going to tell you, I can consider myself, I'm one of the rebels, right? I know rebel might not be good, but I'm saying rebel as in, I don't take everything for face value. I look at it, I observe it, I hear. And when I'm starting to see how it's breaking down to me and it's not making sense to me, I got to get out of there. Holding a job that you don't like every day, that wear and tears on your body. Like I said the other day, there's things you may go through. We all go through a struggle. But as you start to learn how you're being treated when you decide not to have the money that you used to have, when you start to see how you're being treated, it makes you start to change and form a whole new mindset. And sometimes some of us have to go through this just to see how things are operated, because you don't know when you have it. Not to say that I didn't know. I'm just saying, say you've been with a bank for 30 something years, they consider you a member. The bank consider you a member. And then all of a sudden, you're not at your job anymore. How they going to treat this member? Are they going to treat you good, or are they going to treat you like crap? Just like investing in a relationship. You never know what's going to happen through life. We cherish jobs more than we cherish the people that we love. Only because we getting a paycheck. We cherish jobs more than we cherish the people that we love. We don't even get that. Some of us don't even get to see our kids that much. Exactly. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing. Nothing is guaranteed. You go out here and get hit by a car. A car could run into you. You go to the hospital. You might have insurance. You might be able to sue the person. But just know that takes a while. In the meantime, you're suffering. You're only working off of what you have and that's available to you. Right? You're withdrawing money. Once that's over with, then what? You still wait for the court date. This card, you got to figure out how this lawsuit gonna go. You got to prove your case. It's just, it's crazy. It's a lot that comes with living, man. People don't really understand. Like, it's not just overnight you start, developing this mind. Well, it starts with sleeping and dreaming. It starts with visualizing, and then everything starts to work. And then the work that you got to put in, the blood, sweat, and tears that you got to put in to create it. So it doesn't just start overnight for us. I own my own business. You know what? I'm not going to say my business is like, woo, I got this big business. No, I'm still building it. And because I am of a darker hue, it takes us a little bit longer to get sometimes people in tune to what we're doing. So if somebody's like, why she keep promoting her business? Why she keep on? You supposed to, because it's word of mouth. Word of mouth is best. I don't care how much you paying for advertising. I don't care how much you paying for somebody to go out here and hold up a flyer. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to meditate on it. That's why I say it starts with your brain. Meditation. You got to, it starts with your brain. You still got to put in work, though. Visualizing. When you sleep, you meditate. You know that? You're in a deep sleep. You're meditating. You can sleep and meditate. You can walk and meditate. Your eyes can be open. You can meditate. There's so many ways you meditate. You know how they say people daydreaming? That's a form of meditation. It's all a form of meditation. As long as your mind is able to think. Exactly. Folks, look. Folks charge you for everything. Good morning. How are you? Great morning. They charge you for everything. But a lot of stuff is free. It's just we have to take advantage of looking for it. So much information that's free out here. So much. Meditate on life. Every day I don't sit like this and meditate. I used to take a yoga class. That's why yoga, like the travel agent. What about the travel agent? Tell me what you're saying. Yoga is great for your body. Some people look down on yoga, but you'd be surprised how yoga helps. They do for you. Get on the internet. Oh, yeah. Now you can. I remember there was a time you couldn't. Why are we still paying? You shouldn't be paying for knowledge. You shouldn't be paying for, hold on, unless you're a doctor. Like, I understand how that works. But you remember the guy, Dr. Love, the little young dude. Man, I was so excited that he pulled that off. I could not believe it. I was like, wow, you got to give it up to that dude. He was able to create something that other people was paying for. He was getting money for it. But then he was stealing somebody's money to get it. So that I didn't like. I'm like, wow, you taking from somebody. And I think he was taking from an elderly woman. And that is a no-no. But I was like, wow, this young guy found a way. He had a niche. He had something that he wanted to do. And he opened. The fact that he even was able to have the info to open up a establishment, to promote himself online, even though that's crazy. That's crazy. He got some shenanigans with him. But I'm not going to say that dude not smart. He's smart. He's smart. He got it going on. Give it up. They need to give him an award for that. Because the attempt was great. See, that's what people don't do. They tell you things are wrong, but some of these stories you be like, that was genius. That was genius. That was genius for him to do at what, 18? He was only 18. He did the damn thing. So, Dr. Love, if you out there, I'm sure this message will get you. That was a grand idea. Hey, Oaken, how are you? Add you? Why am I adding you? Add you to what? Add you to what? How do you come on here and just say add me? I don't know you. You just come right on and say add me. I don't know you. Listen, you just came on. I like to give you the real. I don't want to go on another scope and say, this guy came on here and said add me. I'm going to tell you this. You always find out things in situations you want to agree. Exactly. Exactly that. Des, how old are you, Des? If you don't mind me asking. How old are you? Because it's a lot of, 22. That's great. I see your picture and I'm like, okay, he got a nice looking guy with the hoodie on. I just wanted to know. Okay. I say he looks young. And for him to, kind of be tapped in, we got to start teaching our kids early. Like I talk to my son. My son is 18. I talk to my son so much. It's a lot of times he don't listen. He think that I'm just making stuff up. We was riding yesterday, right, in the neighborhood. And I think it's like a senior living place. They had this big sign up as we're riding past. It says Trump. What did it say? Trump. What's that? What's Trump's motto? Make a change, or Trump is going to change, make the world great again, or something like that. And we both looking at the sign like, what the? Right. That's what it said. And we both looked at each other and then looked at like, why, wait a minute. Really, y'all got this right there? And then I just started talking about him, talking to him about how folks, hey, what's up, Dr. Walter Sams? I started talking to him about some things, right? I was like, he just joined the Navy too. How are you? How's it going? You live this morning? Did you already do your broadcast this morning? Right, but my thing is everybody's like, Trump speaks the truth. When we speak the truth, what happens? What happened to us? Do we get acknowledged? Oh, in a few minutes. Okay. So Dr. Walter Sams, y'all, gives the word on his scope. Sometimes it's always good to go get some spiritual uplifting. Check him out if you can. But Trump, honestly, I'm telling you, they say Trump speaks the truth. When they speak the truth, it's all good. When we speak the truth, We going against things. We're rebels. We're this, we're that. It's just, I don't understand how you change because of the darker person says things. Yeah, or we crazy. We're not supposed to speak the truth. We're not supposed to say things to shake things up. But Trump can do it all day. You know why he can do it? Because he got money. And a lot of times people look at that and equate that money to power. Oh yeah, they support him all day. I see people with bumper stickers on their car. But I told my son, I said, presidential season, pay attention. Pay attention to folks. Pay attention to where they live. Pay attention to the signs that they have in their car, on their house. You start learning things about people. You start learning things about people in your neighborhood. Look, we got a guy that got a Confederate flag down the street. And it's waving outside his house. Do you know people tried to set it on fire? He's gotten so much attention with that Confederate flag. Somebody tried to burn it down. He still got half the flag hanging on the rope. Along with, it looked like a gay flag. I don't know. LG. I'm not sure. But it's colorful. So I was like, well, wait a minute. It might be just peace, right? So all of this, folks now don't like the flag. He was even in the paper. They put him in the paper because people been taunting him so much about his flag. But you got to understand, okay, you live in an area where this flag, of course they say that flag started off with peace. But it's so much harm that you love my voice. Thank you. That I told everybody says they love my voice. And I don't get it, but everyone says they love my voice. If we look at this flag, yes, the flag has gone through so much. It's so ridiculous. It can't even mean peace anymore. It's not even about that. But down south, it's something else. Here, people you ain't gonna bring that flag over here. But it's his right. He even had a sign out there and say, I'm practicing my First Amendment rights. I'm like, you gotta do all of that? You're in Alabama, so you already know. Down south is something different. So down south, when you see that flag, how do people act when they see the flag? Thanks for the hearts. Oh, they racist. See? Now, do you recall? Because I know someone that said the flag didn't start off meaning what it is now. Redneck. So it's like you got to be careful. You're tiptoeing around those areas in Alabama. You know what parts to go in, what parts not. What parts to stay out. Isn't that where that guy got dragged? What's his name? Ninja Style. I know that's right. Isn't that where the guy got dragged? When they as they said they would take him home and they chained him to the truck. And then that was so sad, man. I could not believe that people are just so asinine like that. Who wants to do stuff like that? Who thinks of doing stuff like that? And then another guy that was walking and some guy hit him with his truck. It's just crazy. People do hateful stuff all the time. And we be wondering psychologically, what are you thinking about? Who and what are you thinking about? You run over somebody and leave them there. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy how folks are taught to hate. And that has to be taught. You're not born to hate. You're taught to hate, which is ridiculous. You know, like some of these people, you know, they teach their kids to shoot guns early. I mean, shoot guns. Like, we got to start getting into that mode of showing our kids how to protect themselves. You know, I just tell my son, be observant of your surroundings. Don't think everybody's your friend. I have to tell my daughter that. Just like the little young guy that was rolled up in the mat at school in Atlanta. That is crazy. We're in Georgia. That's crazy. That's sad, man. You said they do that through UK. That hate, that hate is so serious, man. It's sad, man. I'm tired of us having to struggle and deal with so much hate. You know, it's time for this world to change, but it's still gonna take more time. You know, by the time you get older, you get about my age, it's still not gonna be ready. I'm trying to tell you. It's not going to be equal. It's so hard. Some of these older people gotta roll out first. Some of these older hateful people gotta croak, and then the new ones start to take over, and things start to change. So we'll see. But don't forget, you guys. YouTube exists, the letter in nature. Instagram exists in nature. Exist in nature. I don't know if it's going to be meaty. I'm still thinking. Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Things will change, but you know how things go. Exactly. Things will change eventually. Eventually. That's because a lot more folks are starting to be interracial and have interracial relationships. So things are going to change. Of course, yep. Got that right. Well, you know what? You seem like you're knowledgeable, Des. I appreciate you hanging in there with me. You wanted to catch this info this morning. It's a lot of stuff on YouTube that, you know, we can definitely, and that's what I'm saying. Like, ladies, get you a man, have you a man that's intellectual. Like, not just his you know, penis stimulates you, but make sure that his brain stimulates you. Because to have a guy that talks about nothing and all they do is sit around and take in garbage, we're taking their garbage when we sleep with them. So I'm not gonna say I've gone through some years of some satisfying relationships. Some I'm like, I did that. You know, and then some of them I'm like, you know what? That was a hell of a roller coaster for me. So, you know, we got to at least not find, but have people in our lives that are going to enhance. I always say, anybody that I'm with, I want to learn something from. I want to be able to learn, you know, what can you teach me? What can he teach me? That's what I want to know. I want to know, what can this man teach me? You know, what can I teach him? You know, can we teach each other? Because it shouldn't just be about him teaching me or me teaching him. We should be able to teach one another. Yes, we need to be able to teach one another in relationships. I don't even watch television. If I do, hey Redskins, if I do watch television, I'm going to tell you right now what I watch. Chromecast. I don't have cable. I watched a couple episodes of Power before, but I get so sick and tired of the same storyline, like drugs, sex. You seen them all. They make it interesting. I'm not saying they don't. Hey, America. I'm not saying they don't make it interesting, but we need some fun movies. I need something that's gonna make me laugh. You can mix certain things together to make me laugh. I'm looking at it. Like, I watched The Get Down. I thought that was a great movie. You know, great 6 episodes. So now I'm waiting on the new episodes to come out. We need something that's away from just drugs, sex. That's the problem. We overrate drugs and sex always by saying, okay, we need to start having sex more. We need to start, taking drugs more. We need to start, you killing yourself. You killing yourself. Everything is not about drugs or sex or just relationships. How about teaching folks how to own a business? How about showing them what you went through at some point in time? How they can learn. How about let's teach people through watching movies? Let's teach people. Because some of them don't read, so what better way to give them an insight? If it's coming from a movie, then they'll look at it. Exactly. We could throw a little ugly in there. Hey, ain't nothing wrong, because I know you got to have, like you say, the good with the bad. You got to have some ugly in there with the good. It can't just be all good. People do not pay attention long enough for good. You see how many people been in and out of here? Now, if I was talking about something, I could go off this scope, come back on, and say something like Justin Bieber something. We see how many people come in. If I say something about Justin Bieber, or if I say something about Puffy, if I say something about, some celebrity or whatever, then you probably have a whole slew of people in here. Because that's what people pay attention to. Gossip. They want to know gossip. What's up, supporter? If you ain't talking about none of that stuff and you trying to educate and you trying to, people get tired sometimes, but you got to keep at it. If whatever you believe in, keep at it. But that's how folks are. They don't pay attention long enough to the stuff that you talk about that makes sense. And you're not talking about anybody. You're talking about how you can make money. That's why you don't see a lot of people in business classes unless it's great morning. How are you? You don't see a lot of people in business classes, because of that. Unless you have a big speaker that's coming. When you see Les Brown on somebody's face, that's when everybody want to run and buy tickets. That's the only time. That's when they run buy tickets to the show because they know, oh, yeah, I know Les Brown. Nothing against Les. I love me some Les Brown. I'm just using him as an example. This is how it's played. Everything that we speak about, which is knowledgeable, folks don't want to. Some folks, you have a very limited crowd. Some folks will get it. Some people like, man, I'm out of here. This is boring. I don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear you talking just, for your health. They like, they ain't talking about nothing. But the minute you start talking about somebody's relationship and everybody back and forth, their ears wide open. They want to, let me hear what he's, and then they go do their own scope about it. That's how it's run. So sad. So freaking sad. So go check out my other videos. I put up some bank videos yesterday. A bank video telling you guys how, I think you was on it yesterday about how the banks run. So I think it tells you about how the banks run. Shows you the video on how the banks run, how they started off and everything. And it's a dog world. We put our money in banks thinking banks helping us. Not really. It's convenient because you want to have a credit card. It's convenient, but just know when you have a loan, that's a different story. Okay, it's still on there. And it's also on YouTube. But the only thing is you can't see the, I got to get that software where I could put my videos on YouTube. And you can actually see the people chatting with me. There's a way that I could do it. I just have to look it up and figure it out. I don't know if it's an app or something that I have to buy online. But that's how I would love for my YouTube to look like that. So I'm going to talk to you guys later. I'm about to lay my butt down, give me some rest. And because I got to get up soon and get myself prepared to get out of here. Talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Not a blessed day. Have a great day. That's how we going to get down. Have a great, wonderful, great day. Okay? Take care. And don't forget, check out my website, existingnature.com. YouTube, Existing Nature, IG, Existing Nature, and Snap at the letter in Nature.